Hello everyone and welcome to El Nuclear. So recently I had to change out my Phono cartridge. I had the Sumiko Amethyst, which I have said very good things about. I used it for about 4 years. It finally was wearing out, so I knew I needed to make a choice either to upgrade the stylus and keep the Amethyst, or go for something different. And in the spirit of adventure and wanting to try something new, I decided to go with the Hana MKII, the new series, the S series, the Hana S MK2. Read a lot of good things about it. I have the Hana M low output on my other system. This is the low output S series, MKII. I don't have any exposure to the first. I decided to try this and I have been incredibly happy with it. If you want a cartridge in the price range, it's around $800, $850. Expensive, not as expensive as the M, which was $1,200. It took me a while to afford that, but well worth it. An excellent cartridge, neutral, very well designed, beautiful sound. This cartridge is competitive, I will tell you. It is competitive with the M series. I might even like the top end better on this S cartridge. And interestingly, I've only been listening to it for about a week, so it's not even broken in. And the top end is really lovely. It's just exciting. It's detailed. And I'm hearing things that I have not heard before in certain records. Neutral overall, maybe not quite as neutral as the Sumiko Amethyst, and maybe not even as neutral as the Hana M. It's still in the neutral range, but there's an excitement to it. There's something about it that just brings about more of a nostalgic, high quality, it's mind-blowingly accurate in terms of details, and it really gives you a sense of the music before you in a way that's probably closer to what you'd hear in a studio. It's just so detailed. That's what I'm loving. Without being harsh, it just presents a lot of information. So they did a really good job on this cartridge. This new MKII Hana S, low output. Now I'm using it, I think it's important to say what I'm using this with, because it influences the sound. Everything does. In the chain of components, my turntable is a fairly modest turntable. It is the Project Debut Carbon Evo. They now have an Evo 2. This is the original Evo, about $500. And I did some simple upgrades. I upgraded the platters. I have an acrylic platter, and I upgraded the sub platter. They're not expensive upgrades, but they make a difference. And luckily, and also for your homework, it wasn't supposed to necessarily work to have the Hana, which is an 8.5 gram cartridge, on this turntable, but it just made it. And I had it installed by Upscale Audio. Sean Paul at Upscale did the job. He's really great at what he does. And it worked. It was just in range. At the high end of the range, the cartridge still fit at that weight. So it works. So overall, a nice upgrade to this existing Evo turntable, and it sounds phenomenal. I've got a Phono stage by MoFi, the MoFi Studio Phono, and I found after experimenting with settings that 60 dB and 85 ohm are the best settings for this particular cartridge. I tried moving things around, I listened, and that seems to be the sweet spot. So I just wanted to recommend this cartridge because it's such a fine sounding piece of gear. So great work, Hana. Good job. And that's what I want to say, and I highly recommend it. So Hana, thank you. Upscale Audio, thank you. Sumiko, thank you for years of a great cartridge in the Amethyst, which is a still highly recommended cartridge. But for a little bit more money, and really it's just about $150, $200 more, this cartridge really gives you an edge. This Hana S is a really good design. I don't have experience with the original Hana S series, so I can't compare them, but the MK2 is really doing the job. So that is what I have to say. Thank you for listening. Bye-bye.